Good evening, everybody. How's everybody today? And we are wandering around. Hey, Acronymus. Yeah, sorry, I had the focus off the screen, I think. Or it was just very quiet. Yeah, Soulframe. Because, honestly, I could use a bit of a break from Warframe. I think I ground myself out over the weekend. What am I doing? I am probably going to shoot these two. And then I'll decide. Oops. Yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near the lightning when that happens. I think I'm probably going to find the world tree and grab some stuff. This is just a wander around the countryside. I've pretty much done Mugenics. I will take a look, especially if it's cheap. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee I'll play it. I don't have the time. If I played every single game everybody wanted me to, I'd be streaming 12 hours a day. Is that somebody there? No. Today's quote, by the way, comes from Anne Frank. I don't know who that is, to be honest. No. Actually, it rings a bell, but it's not a game I've played. My introduction to modern gaming literally occurred about the time that my son and I built this computer for me to play Minecraft and Sky Children of the Light. It was some months later I thought, ooh, maybe I could do streaming. Give myself something to do. I hate these guys. I'm late to PC gaming, I'll be honest, except for Minecraft. Hang on a second. I saw the comment about Minecraft though. I do fiddle around with Minecraft still. But I really don't have the time to play it like I used to. I used to be a really intensive Minecraft player. But I do like looking at some of the mod packs. Curiously, my most recent Minecraft video was running my streaming PC before I got the capture card to see whether sodium or Vulkan worked better on
Stand aside, human.
Oops. That was silliness on my part. Thank you, Orangol. Particularly given that I couldn't get it switched over. Oh, right. I might take a look at that. Yeah, I like mod packs that add to the look and feel of the game without changing the actual gameplay. But like I say, it's been a while since I actually put some serious time and effort into it. I mean, the closest thing I run to a Minecraft mod pack is Vintage Story. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember, Acronius. Have you seen my Vintage Story live streams? Now that's, yeah, completely changed. It's not Minecraft. It looks like Minecraft, but it isn't. But it could be regarded as a modded Minecraft if you wanted to be ungenerous. Given that it started out as a Minecraft mod pack. Called, I think, Vintage Craft. Right, let's go try and find a world tree. That one. Yeah. Yeah, I obviously I like it. I stream it. I've got quite a bit of time. I say quite a bit of time for me. I've got quite a bit of time in it. 50 odd hours. I don't think I could go back. I say go back. A long time ago, I did try my hand at a Minecraft channel. It doesn't exist anymore. I think it might be a bit of a saturated thing unless I came up with some unique hook, which I can't. So I tried Hightail. In the end, I think I can safely say I wasn't that impressed with Hightail. I've got I've got a whole I've got a bunch of first impressions videos, and it's significant that most of them didn't last. I headed. Oh, I'm in the wrong direction. Oh, it's a beautiful game. It's fantastic. I mean, it's this is pretty much maximum graphic settings. This I can actually get 100 frames a second. Although to get that I have to run FSR. I've actually commented on the Unreal Engine honestly quite a bit. I've got a few games which use it that I actually use for ASMR. If you have a look at my most recent ASMR, that was Unreal Engine version 5. I find Unreal Engine games which attempt ultra realism kind of hit, I suppose, a sort of uncanny valley. It feels off. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's a beautiful. I mean, this is beautiful. You could probably do this with Unreal Engine 5, to be honest. But this, you would never look at this and say, I don't know, would you look at this and say, oh, yeah, if I picked a suitable scene, it's not photorealistic, but it is beautiful. And it doesn't give me that weird feeling that Unreal Engine photorealism does. Yeah, there's a bit of controversy, I think, about Unreal Engine. One of them is that it is not, I think, well optimized. It does have frame rate issues. And I think I've seen some of them kind of shared across different games. I'm still headed the right way. Nope, I'm not. I literally walked straight past it. Yes, there it is. Yeah. I mean, to run this 4K at 60 frames a second would require a very demanding graphics card, I think. And mine is not a top-end graphics card. Mine is only a 9070. Because that's what I could afford at the time, and I'm not about to do an upgrade. In fact, that's one of the reasons I went to a streaming PC, so that I could have all the performance while streaming. The 9070, I think, is... this is a non-XT. This is the... it's plain, non-overclocked 9070. Yeah, there's a story behind that. I wanted an upgrade from a 7800 XT. And I wanted to give the 7800 to my son so that he had a thoroughly up-to-date system for 1080p gaming. And in order to do that, I also had to buy him a power supply. I couldn't really afford a graphics card and a power supply and supply my son. So the 9070 used less power than the 7800. And I thought that's perfect. And it gives me 15-20% improvement over a 78. Which I thought was worthwhile. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a card. I mean, I would have to do a complete rebuild to get an XTX on this, which I don't particularly want to do and can't particularly afford. I mean, that would require, what, at least $1,000, £1,000 for the graphics card, and then I'd have to spend quite a bit on a power supply, and that assumes I could find a 7900 XTX that's small enough, because I do have size limitations. I have a small form factor PC. If I know what I know now, if I would have built the system quite differently. What on earth is that? But I didn't. When I, like I say, when I decided, oh, I'm going to build a DDR4 system, it was for Minecraft and Sky Children of the Light. So yeah, and then the requirements changed, but then I'd sort of stuck with a yeah, that's it. Actually, to be honest with you, how much would this cost if I can't remember. I don't like to think how much I spent. It involved giving my son two GPU upgrades. I will say that. Originally, I had a 7600 and a 5800 X3D. I've still got the 5800 X3D. It's a perfectly good card for DDR4. Couldn't afford DDR5. So it's a surprisingly capable system still, you know. Oh yeah, no, don't. DDR4 systems are now an option again with the insane costs of memory. But this is, it could this thing could, I could stream and play games and do everything, and then I got probably another 15% performance boost by for less of a cost of a major graphics card update. I got an M4 Mac Mini, which regulars will know all about. So that's what I stream off, and I mirror the display rather than using pass-through. If I'd had some idea of what I was going to do, I might well have gone with a DDR5 system back then. But I wouldn't have run Windows. I'd have still run Linux, which means I would have gotten a 7900 series card when I built it, possibly the GRE. Well, it's kind of funny. I don't have Windows anywhere. I happen to like OS X. And, like I say, the Mac Mini strikes me as being a pretty good value for money for what it's doing. And it's good for some games. I can stream some games and play the game on the Mac Mini at the same time. I can run 4K at 60 frames a second for something like Sky and stream at 60 frames a second. That's not bad. It'll run the long dark quite nicely. And Minecraft, of course. Okay, I need to find the intel. Well, the thing about Windows is, after 30 years of using it, I got very irritated. I mean, I was always rather irritated with Windows, but that's what I had to use. So, yeah. When the chance came to switch to OS X many years ago, grief, nearly 20 years ago, I never regretted doing that. And then when this was being built, my son, who was a Linux geek at the time, I asked him what he recommended, and he said, "Get Mint." So I got Mint. That's what I'm running, and I'm not about to switch to some other version. It's quite fine. Do you know what I don't know? The only thing I would say about Linux is it does require you to get a bit more bogged down in technical issues sometimes. Getting Linux Mint to run with a 9070 was a pain in the posterior. It was a serious pain in the neck. I had, and that's beyond most people's willingness to entertain. Yay, I ranked up Thistle to level 30. Hey, like I said, I didn't really know anything. I relied on my son. And it's fine. I got no problem. It does what I want. It can have enormous flexibility, which is actually very hard to achieve in anything else. I can safely say that for my purposes, especially now that I've got OBS running on a Mac, it's fantastic. I'm sure there are distros that will stop you doing silly stuff. Oh, no. I mean, I will say, I find the same applies to OS X. OS X does what I want, and if it can't, then there's often a way to do it. Arguably because OS X, of course, is based on Unix. And still has a lot of Unix in it. Oh. I didn't want to do that. You're not going to make me go through Fort Carlisle, are you? If you're following me, you're not safe. But I had the somewhat advantage or disadvantage, depending on your perspective. I used Windows, and I don't mean just as an operating system. I mean technically. So Windows API, Windows Software Developers Kits, for something like 30 years, and yeah, in the end, that left me quite irritated with it. I've heard bad things about Windows 11 too. How even clean installs have problems with performance. By the way, the reason I'm wandering around in this particular outfit is because I like it. I do actually have Founder's Pack armor and weapons, but I end up liking this one, and I wanted to rank up. This'll... The funny thing is, I got used to what you can do with virtual cables and Linux. I mean, it's really, really remarkable what you can do with that. And you can do some of it with OS X. I don't really need it, to be honest, but oh, what did I miss? I missed something. I need to go wandering up and down the streams looking for river pearls. Where's that chest that I was supposedly looking for? Over this way? Over that way. Alright. I can never remember what this little fella's name is. Why are you standing a couple of inches across the ground?
Oi,
No.
leggy.
Well, it still has dungeons, if that's what you mean. I'm not quite sure what you mean by instanced dungeons. I much prefer the countryside. Oh, okay, that's him.
Oi, leggy.
What are you selling? Do I need any of that? No, I don't. I probably ought to sell items. At some point I will. Yes, it does. If you want to call them underground cities, yeah, that's still very much a part of it. Right, what I actually missed is this person right here, who should be wandering around. Completely impervious to whatever it is everyone else is doing. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if you'd call them underground cities, but they're definitely there. Okay, I thought we'd done that. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you mean enter the Undercity, yes.
I'll hear no gripes of spectres and ghoulies. Now finish your rounds. Frightened by some lingering magics. In the spirit for a haunt, ghoulie?
You're about to find out, I guess. This is a heck of a lot more relaxing than grinding Deviri, I can tell you. I nearly shot at you two wandering around your maze field. Is this maze? Looks a bit like maze. Corn to Americans.
Drop it. Good mode.
Stars! Quell this recreant!
Did you all happen to leave me any scrap steel? You didn't. Come on, load up. Took me forever how to defeat those. And there is today's jump scare. Those things are truly disturbing in some ways. Can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing now. Following the sparrow. So here's one of your underground city type things. Oh, I was going to say, oh, that was just a loading thing. Oh, I see. I didn't actually need to go... Did I need to go through the Undercity? Oh, okay, well... As we seem to have come through straight out the other side. Can't remember if I've commented on this before. The slightly odd thing about Soulframe, and it's not the game itself, it's that there's actually, compared with, say, Warframe, not a huge amount of interest in it. Slightly surprises me, but still. Whoa, you're a tough one. Yeah. Apparently I can't shoot very well today. That's better. Thank you for standing still. Oops, and thank you for shooting over. Oh, I didn't need to shoot that. Ah. Targets of opportunity. Okay, anybody see any Mistrals anywhere? So, up for a little music. Oh, really? I'm looking at my preview on OBS as well. It could easily be a artifact of the compatibility layer. Oh. But don't forget, this is a Windows program that I'm running under Linux, and honestly, I'm amazed it works as well as it does. Or it could be some other artifact. Yeah, this is entirely true. I am running about as high a bit rate as I can without Restream complaining too much. See, the funny thing is, I don't notice it at all. And I have seen games exhibit tearing when there's sort of a mismatch between frame rate and... Excuse me a second. Oh, that should have worked. Oops, sorry. It could... I suppose it could be. I mean, I'm streaming at... Let's see. I am running at 60 frames a second. I'm streaming at 60 frames a second. The capture card actually runs at 100 hertz. And therefore the screen that I'm running this on is running at 100 hertz. There's all kinds of possibilities. Yeah, because I must admit I'm not seeing anything obvious in the game, but that should not necessarily be regarded as definitive. You're watching on Twitch, are you not? Got a Twitch preview up here. Actually, I've got a couple of them up. Not for views, I assure you. It allows me to see how the game's appearing on different with different logins. The big screen I've got up here, which I mostly use for playing movies and YouTube, is that's running on a rather old MacBook Air that I got, oh grief, 5-6 years ago. So it gives me some feel for performance. Hi Gwendolyn, how are you doing? Yeah, the YouTube is running just fine. Ah, I probably didn't want to shoot you, did I? What was I doing? Actually, I'm just rocking around talking to people. Ah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so it's probably not. I must admit, I am not... Hang on. I am not seeing... I'm really not seeing it on the game display. On the game itself. So... And... OBS doesn't seem to be showing it. So it could be a streaming artifact. Conceivably. I don't know. Hang on a second. YouTube is running somewhat behind the actual gameplay at the moment, and there's nothing I can do about that. In fact, I'm slightly surprised it is actually quite... It's 15 to 20 seconds behind at the moment, and I don't... Yep, no, that's... Yeah. So yeah, you're on YouTube. Twitch updates faster. I generally try and get the delay down as much as I can, and sometimes it works moderately well. Today, it is not. Yeah, no, it's a YouTube thing. Right, what am I doing? Oh, Mistrals. Yeah, I will have to double check. I normally check it.
Leave me out of this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've had that. This is in principle set to ultra low latency. That actually has its own set of issues, strangely enough. It means that YouTube doesn't necessarily start streaming. However, I do seem to have come up with a technique which helps prevent that. But I am by no means certain that that is actually working, or that it is simply me confusing causation and correlation. Oh, I'm glad you do. What? The kind of wander around the countryside shooting things while listening to an Englishman pontificate? Right, what was I doing? I can't remember what I was doing. Ah, enter the Undercity. Okay. Otherwise known as Follow the Sparrow. I think you mean types. Hey, I was helping you. You don't just... Cheeky blighter. Good grief. Oh, now I've made it safe. You're going to come and persecute me? That's probably not the right word, to be honest. Does it? I haven't played Fallout since it was pretty much isometric. I have not played any of the recent Fallouts. And I'm not likely to at this point. I have a fairly stable series of games that I play that I enjoy streaming, so I'm probably going to stick with those. Where was I headed? Oh, the Undercity. Otherwise known as Jump Down the Well. I'm assuming this is where I'm supposed to be going. Yes, apparently. Actually, before we enter here, I am going to take a momentary break for reasons of bladder emptying, and I will be right back. Right. Oh wow, I've missed a bunch of stuff from Gwendolyn. I'm sorry. I actually strangely started out streaming on Twitch. I actually prefer YouTube for streaming, not because of the delay, but simply because I have 3 times more subscribers on YouTube than I do on Twitch. I suspect I don't really fit in with the demographic. There's probably a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, I stream widescreen, and that's not really compatible with Twitch. Twitch is...
Prey is mine.
Oh, thank you, Orangol. YouTube is... Yeah, one of the problems is that... Oh. Is that Twitch doesn't allow you... Well, initially, YouTube didn't allow you to change the resolution you were viewing a live stream at. Now, in principle, since I became affiliate, it should allow that. In practice, it doesn't. A lot of the time. YouTube's a lot more forgiving about that kind of thing. Twitch still seems to be stuck, kind of, at the 1080p era. For me to stream to Twitch and YouTube, where I could actually juggle the resolutions, that is doable. I might try it sometime, but obviously that gets more complicated. I'm gonna have to do that as an experiment sometime. But today does seem to be quite bad from the point of view of delay. It's not normally this bad.
Subject of treason!
The other reason I suspect I'm not as popular on Twitch as I am on YouTube, and those are relative statements, is I probably am too old. I think Twitch appeals to a younger demographic. Here I am, 60 years old. Yeah. Whereas YouTube possibly is more... yeah, I do get more older people. Yeah. I do fairly regularly get people trying to sell me goods and services for different panels on my display. I have yet to see something which I prefer compared with what I currently do. That is, put everything full screen and put a green screen behind me and make chat transparent. That is a preferred. I prefer that over anything else that I've seen on Twitch. So I'm old-fashioned, maybe. Come on, stick your arm out. There you go. And part of the problem with the silent moderation is, yeah, I try and keep things so that anybody could watch it. It's one of the reasons I don't swear, for example. Yeah. And just to give you some idea of the difference, I think my most successful Twitch stream probably had 14 or 15 concurrent viewers. My most successful YouTube stream had 255 concurrent. So anybody else? Right, let's go and see if we can find the Sprout folk. You want me to go down here, don't you? Oops. Before I do that, and seeing as we have No, there's one more down there somewhere. I must admit, if I was not in my great experience advising somebody about getting into streaming, I would probably tell them to stream at 1080p. But hey, you know, I like widescreen, so that's what I'm going to stream.
Submit to song or sword, your choice. How many veins?
Come on, stick your head out.
More great stars.
This is a trick you can't do in real life. Hold a heavy draw weight bow at constant draw like this. Yeah, you can't do that. This is new. How are we supposed to get down? Obviously, must be a way. At least I hope there is. I mean, I am acting on the assumption that the Sprout folks' cages are down here somewhere.
I see you. Luck.
Surprisingly intelligent use of a shield there, I thought.
Come no closer. Waste.
So, has anybody seen any sprout folk in cages lately? For some reason, I can't get Lullaby of the Manifold out of my head. That's an odd sentence. Free the sprout folk from Cage's loft.
Not a living thing here.
Hmm. I mean, the whole thing seems to be geared to getting you down here. What's this? Oh, ouch. That was not my best move. That was better. You know. Let us meet. Thank you, Warrengal. That was most helpful. Why do I get the feeling it wants me to do something with this? Ah, it does. No. Oh, there's definitely some graphical artifacting going on there, and that looks to me like... I'm going to guess and say that's compatibility layer issues. Japanese had a club like that. I can't remember what it was called. I don't imagine it was as heavy as it looks. I think it was mostly made of wood. Alright. Now that I know roughly what I'm looking for. You know, having gone to all the trouble of releasing you, probably would be a good idea for you to scurry out of here. Anybody see other cages? Ooh, that's interesting. Sort of effect there. I was necessarily expecting that. I'm not sure it helped me beyond. Oh, this has still got me going back this way. Yep. You want to give me a clue? No? Okay. Yes, I'm where I'm roughly supposed to be. Entirely sure that's a desirable outcome. At this rate, it's going to take me the entire 2 hours and longer to do this one. Well, that's fine. I don't have a particular issue with that. Ah, there's one. Hey, Tony. We are in the process of freeing Sprout folk, and I think going the wrong way, but we'll see.
No refuge from Synod's Skykeep, crew. Oh, more grease for the soil, eh?
Oops.
A Synod's creep. Find it. Oh, another coal in the creek.
Now, where did I see? Oh, it's over there. Right, does anybody else want to interfere with what I'm doing, which is trying to figure out how I'm going to release this chap here? All I'm going to do is figure out how to get over there. I'm going to guess it's Oh, well, that worked. All I've got to do is get there now. Hello, little one. To give me a clue where the other one is, I assume it must be around here somewhere. Anybody else see a hanging cave? Hanging cave, I'm sorry. Hanging cage. Want to give me a clue, little sprout? This place does not strike you as being particularly stable, does it? Something's making little noises somewhere. And this is it.
Let us meet.
Oh, that is a useful... colleague to have, if that's the right expression. If in doubt, do a little bit of random destruction of boxes. Oh, come on. Better be around here somewhere. Anybody see a hanging cage somewhere? I'm not sure that really assisted me in any way, shape or form. I think... Hey, oops, nearly jumped off the edge there. That would have not been. I have a suspicion you're supposed to drop that on the guards. There are times I wish there was a torch in the game. That whole transition from light into darkness, while it has to be said quite realistic. Oh, there it is. Oh? Yes, it is. Oh no, this is what I released earlier. That's not helpful. Well, where's the other one gone? Take out my temporary frustration on some perfectly innocent barrels and boxes. doesn't seem to be a lot of other places it could be, except for the fact that it has to be here somewhere. Doesn't it? It's probably pretty obvious. And later on I'll be wondering why people in chat, all two of you, aren't yelling at me saying, "It's over there." Yeah, I don't think that. I think that might be the way out. It's the wrong way. Okay, is there some reason why they decided to put this here? I mean, this so obviously seems to be, oh, we want you to jump. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, there it is. They hid you indoors, didn't they? Didn't want to do that. Right. After, wow, quite some substantial time. We are back. Oh, I forgot about fast travel. I think you use these for fast travel, don't you? Yes, you do. We've exceeded. Did I have anything built
The
on
envoy
the
nears.
last time I was here?
Pray, we continue after.
Ah.
All I have said, yet you hold me still? Fine. See my vessel,
Oh,
envoy.
no,
Let us
not
fail
yet.
together.
Oh, still, that's one more thing. I have no idea what happens if you go with the Bromius Pact. I suspect I'll find out. Now, there is one, at least Well, let's do some tidy up. First of all, has anybody seen a small white wolf pup anywhere? Oh, there you are. Hello, CR. Always give your wolf pup a hug. Especially given as her mother was quite useful. Let's see. Is that an Iron Maiden? Now, seeing as I finally ranked up Thistle, I think I can say, oh well, let's swap out for the other more effective bow. Oh, in. But you could do that. Now, did that actually take? Yes, it did. Oh, some slight progress. Right, made some small progress in our quest. I don't like that bow. I really don't. I much prefer the look of a proper, you know, recurve or something like that. And that's just ludicrous fantasy bow. Is that called blades on it? It does. Yeah, that's not gonna work too well. And it's too curved. In principle, and I think it applies to most bows, the distance between the belly of the bow, or the back of the bow, depending, and the string is supposed to be that far, between thumb and there, roughly. That's a lot bigger than that, which means her draw distance is greatly reduced, assuming, of course, that it is functioning anything like a normal bow. Excuse me a moment. And I just realised I somehow managed to bash the microphone out of the way. I do apologise. It was sitting about over there by my ear rather than by my mouth. So if anybody's not been hearing me, that's the reason. But then just about nobody's been watching this anyway, so don't think it's going to matter that much. Oh, welcome back, Gwendolyn. I am just wondering what I'm going to do next. Probably get out of here. If I can figure out how I got in. Oh. What have I left to do here? Oh, hello, beautiful Lina. Yeah, my Soulframe streams are not the most popular things I've ever done. I just like playing the game, and it makes a change from Warframe for me. What am I supposed to be doing here? I thought I was kind of done. Well, that's very kind of you. What am I supposed to be doing? No. No. I've got no idea what I'm supposed to be doing here. Apart from trying to find my way out so I can find out what I'm actually supposed to be doing. I mean, everybody's released who was supposed to be released. I did, and Birdie simply says, okay, go this way. Alright. I guess I'm all for that. Yeah, you're released. Go home. Where are you taking me, Sparrow? If you get me into trouble, I'm going to get perturbed. Yeah, I will grant you that possibility. Except I thought the exit was somewhere else, but that's fine. Excuse me a moment. Little constructive looting. Sometimes it's actually quite nice. I mean, I've been doing this more or less the same mission the entire stream, which compared with what I was doing in Deviri lately in Warframe is kind of nice. Deviri turned into, I won't say an awful grind, quite a grind. I mean, I got what I wanted out of it. I'm not quite sure it was really worth it, to be honest. Pumpkin panic. Never hurt. And to be honest, sure, apart from maybe a first impressions video, I've got enough to stream at the moment. Am I the only one who finds this kind of thing just a wee bit suspicious? Or am I just paranoid? Oh yes, let's just jump into the noisome, foul-looking whatever that is down there. Because that's got to be a good thing, right? Oh, maybe it's not. There. Excuse me. And we appear to be done. Oh, what remarkably good timing. Oh, apart from the welcoming Kabeti. That was that was strangely yes enjoyable. Actually, I've got to rank that thing up anyway. Right. Well, I am going to probably call this a day. I'm not sure what I'll be streaming tomorrow. Well, I know what my first two streams will be. We are mining in Vintage Story, and yeah, the Long Dark's getting interesting because I'm trying to stave off scurvy, and the best option for that at the moment is a rather risky run from, well, in which I am in the middle of a run from Junker's Paddock in the Forsaken Airfield to at least, well, I've got to get to Drift Island before the scurvy gets too bad. And I have not died of scurvy in the game, but unfortunately Forsaken Airfield is not what you would call a welcoming environment. Distinctly risky, in fact. So the Long Dark's actually going to be an interesting experience if anybody wants that tomorrow at 9 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Because there's at least half a chance I'm going to get my run might come to an end on that one, because this is not a low risk operation that I'm undertaking. Oh, this is a nice little patch. So, oh, don't worry about that. No, I'm not muted. In fact, I can tell you that no, the microphone is definitely working because I can see it on the OBS display over there. So, yeah, 5 a.m. Vintage Story, 9 a.m. The Long Dark, and then we'll see what I'll do tomorrow evening. So it's going to be a case of what do I feel in the mood for. Run for this. Do Dark Sector. Warframe or something else. I have no idea. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. It is as usual much appreciated. Thank you for participating in chat. That actually does make streaming a lot easier. Hope you all have a great day. Those of you who are afflicted by it, I hope you accommodate the any time changes, although I think that's mostly in the US. And I will see you all. I really need a stream deck at some point. I will see you all next time.